Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a very special Royal Rumble. It is a villain-only Rumble. That is right, a villain-only Rumble. It's going to be a great one. I can't wait for you all to see this. Basically, 27 out of 30, and I'll explain why it's 27 out of 30. Of these guys are some of my favorite villains. So, these are just my picks. They're across the board. I didn't try to focus all the way on like horror movies or superhero villains. So we're going to go ahead and get this party started. And who is going to be number one is the question. And I'll explain why I could only get 27 out of 30 of my favorites. So I did add a few that aren't my favorites in here. But it looks like we're starting off with Madman Mars. And he was one that actually wasn't on my original list. But I'm okay with this pick being on here because I have a history with this character a lot. He's played a big role on here on multiple occasions since I believe 18. He's been one kind of a fan favorite. And I'll explain in a second why I could only get 27 out of 30. It's also my second try at this. Yeah. A little bit frustrating there, but I'll explain everything in a minute once we get this thing going. And who is Madman Mars facing off with is the question. Oh yes. And when I was looking up villains, by the way, this guy was considered number one on the greatest villain list of all time. On multiple lists, not just one list, multiple. And I agree, I think he is the greatest villain ever. Even though he's not my favorite. Darth Vader is just a legend. And yeah, he's just like his story, his backstory, his look, his presence, his how he plays a big role in, his destruction of his enemies. I mean, the list goes on and on. This guy has every quality of a great villain. And, of course, I had to have him in this. It would not be the same without him. So. And let's go ahead and get this thing started. I'm going to explain what happened. So, I'm having an issue with this game. And I'm starting not to like it. So, for some reason, and you may not come across this issue, but eventually I think some of you all will. I download hundreds of people. I delete hundreds of people. And after a while of doing it, the scans start not to work. They start not working, basically. Everyone that I've already downloaded prior to the scans not working still works. So that's why you're seeing what you're seeing here. But it's also why you're not going to see Frieza on this list. You're not going to see Lord Zed. And you're not going to see the Predator, which was actually all three of them were supposed to make this Rumble. So you're not going to see those. But here's the problem. I don't know how to fix this issue. I don't even know if you can. It's like corrupted data or something, but it doesn't affect the people already on here. But that means I can't download any more people. So you know what that means? I gotta make another account. And this is the second or third time this has happened. Because like I said, I download a lot of people, and you guys might not notice this. Because, it might take you guys 6 months to download as many as I do in a couple weeks. Because I'm just... or some of you all may just get 100 and just be done with it. So, I don't know, man. I'm just... this is just... It gets a little frustrating there. Because that means I have to make a new email. I have to connect it to 2K. So... It is what it is, though. I'll do anything for you all. The Nemesis is here, and I kind of switched up this Nemesis. This is actually a more of the game, the remastered game. So I did. There is going to be a couple new faces, not a lot, but there's at least one new face that you got. Well, two that have never been on here before. I believe 2 of them. Rest of them you've seen in previous ones. So these are all my favorite. The Lord Farquaad is another great villain. Shrek, the first Shrek. I don't claim the rest of them, but the first Shrek is in, probably my top 5 animated films of all time. Of course, I'd probably, I'd probably put Shrek in there. And there goes Nemesis, man, already eliminated. And I'd put Incredibles and Toy Story. All of them have great villains. And that's sometimes what makes a great movie. You got to have a great villain that's on the same level as the good guy. And speaking of classic villains, how about Hans Gruber? One of the smartest villains. I mean, a couple times, especially the one scene, if you don't know, he's from Die Hard. Especially the one scene where he tricks Bruce Willis and acts like he's a hostage when he gets caught. So he gets caught by Bruce Willis and he says, well, I'm a hostage, and he does a fake American accent, and he says he's one of the people whose name is on the wall. So yeah. And played by the late Alan Rickman, great actor. Darth Maul is number 8. It's between it's Darth Vader and Darth Maul for me. My favorite bad guys from Star Wars. I don't like Count Dooku though. He's no good. And Lord Farquaad has eliminated Darth Maul. Man, that was quick. So actually, Hans Gruber, this is the first time you're seeing him on here. I think the first time ever. I don't know if we've had him. We've had John McClane, obviously. And Shredder is number 9 from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So yeah, I couldn't complete this list the way I wanted to. I obviously no Frieza, no Predator, no Lord Zed, but I still got the rest of them. So. And no Doctor Doom. I just forgot about Doctor Doom entirely, but by the time I remembered, it was too late. The scans were not working as well anymore. And number 10 is the Joker, Heath Ledger's Joker. Of course, that's my personally favorite villain of all time, is the Heath Ledger Joker. I'd say Darth Vader's number 2. I mean, you've got to have Vader on that list. And when looking at the top 10, because I did some research on villains to get some ideas. And top 10, always, Darth Vader was usually number 1. Joker was usually number 2, or it was vice versa. So I absolutely agree with that. Also, some other ones, which I didn't put in because they're not like my favorites. Nurse Ratched, Hannibal Lecter, Norman Bates. They were all usually in the top 10 as well. Shredder could be in trouble here. Darth Vader is going to chokeslam Joker. Art the Clown's a great villain. Probably I would have replaced him with Doctor Doom. Madman Mars has been eliminated. And we got Juggernaut versus Vader. Yeah, I had to redo this one earlier because I put someone in twice. It's like, goodness gracious. And I forgot to put somebody else in. So, like, one of the best ones I forgot to put in, and I put in another character twice because I've downloaded them twice. Oh, and there goes Darth Vader. So Juggernaut eliminates Darth Vader. Number 11 is the Scarecrow, and I always like to ask people, who is your favorite Batman villain? Besides Joker. Because everyone says Joker. At least 90% of Batman fans are going to say Joker. Maybe even more. But then and I always like to ask that question because, the Joker's a cop-out. Because everyone loves the Joker. But if I had to choose another one besides the Joker, it would be Scarecrow. And I love the fact that Scarecrow bases his whole going after you with your greatest fears. I like that aspect. He always looks really cool. But he can use fear against you. And I think fear is something that everyone deals with. So you kind of think about it, what if I was in that position? And oh my goodness, here is the biggest jerk of this whole entire Rumble. Joffrey Baratheon from Game of Thrones. He's definitely the worst person in this Rumble, probably. I don't know. Art the Clown's pretty mean too. I don't know. Joffrey may have everybody beat. And by the way, I did not put Ramsay in here. He's too much for me. At least with Joffrey, he had his moments. And that's horrible. I bet you all are just... You don't know why in the world would he put Joffrey in. Well, I'll tell you why. Because that guy got under my skin so many times. It was unreal. And he has, his character has some really great lines. The actor does a phenomenal job. And I think the actor said, like, after he played that role, he wasn't going to do acting anymore. And honestly, he did such a great job as an actor. I don't think he needs to act anymore. Because he did with that role a lifetime what somebody else can do. Because, that role is crazy. That's a crazy role to have. And of course, people on, like, Twitter and all kinds of things basically, telling him off, threatening the actor probably. I'm sure of it. Because he made so many people angry. So, but, you shouldn't do that stuff. Obviously, it's a character. It's not real. But some people think it's real. So. But just a great performance. And a great villain as well. So I had to have him in here. He's so horrible. Such a horrible character when it comes to sadistic. But not as bad as Ramsay Bolton. Nobody beats Ramsay. I won't even throw Ramsay in this. Omni-Man's here too, which he's one that makes me mad too. Great character though. And some of these, I like a lot of these guys, but some of them I just hated so much, but I still had to have them in here because they're just great as a villain. And him and Joffrey definitely are ones that I hate more, but I had to have them. You love to hate them. That's what they call it. And look at Hans McGruber, man. And he better watch out because Art the Clown's behind him. Hans McGruber going to get rid of both kings. Joffrey and Farquaad are going back to the locker room. A great backstory, Syndrome from The Incredibles. Just his whole backstory is just crazy. So good. And Leatherface is number 15 from Texas Chainsaw. Oh, man, you know what? I feel bad now because I forgot. I did not put... Oh, man, and his scan did not show up, so my bad, guys. I thought I got them all, but it still doesn't look that bad. It just doesn't have his whole mask. It looks like Kane. So, I had a feeling that one wouldn't show because I downloaded him. He was one of the late downloads I had. And Green Goblin 16. The rest of them should show up, and I'm hoping they do. But that one's not terrible because he still has a mask on. Just looks like Kane just grabbed Leatherface's attire and his haircut. You know what? I did a double check on these. And Omni-Man's been eliminated. I did a double check on these, and I probably just saw that Leatherface had a mask on, and I didn't pay attention. So, that's my fault. And Michael Myers is going to send Hans McGruber going. This is not the first time he's fall from a high place. So, and Hans is done. Yippee-ki-yay. And Juggernaut thrown out by Michael Myers. Wow. And if Michael Myers gets on this one, that's going to be another elimination. Because Green Goblin's not going to survive both of these guys. And Twisty's number 18. Twisty's I think, if I don't recall, I mean, he could be in more episodes, but I believe Twisty's is only only a few episodes of American Horror Story. But, oh my goodness, his backstory is just killer. Great writing for his backstory and his whole character arc in Freak Show. Definitely my favorite character. And when it comes to American Horror Story, there's only been 2 seasons I've actually watched all the way through. I think that show, and I love horror movies, and I feel like that show just goes too far for the sake of going too far. For no reason. Obviously, I've seen all the Saw movies and talk about going too far, but I feel like with American Horror Story, they just go for shock value all the time and just try to be as crazy and as possible just for the sake of being crazy. But I do love, I finished, I've watched all of Asylum, which I thought some of that was just too much. Really? But Freak Show's my favorite. And Freak Show's where Twisty is. And he's in that one. But none of them, from start to finish, are, perfect. Of the ones I've seen. And most of them I haven't finished. Because I never finished Murder House, and I never finished... what was that other one I was watching? The Hotel one with Lady Gaga. I don't even know what comes after that. I'd never watched the one, Coven. I never watched Coven. So... it just depends on it, I guess. And after Hotel... I don't even know what they did with the show after that. I know they had one year where they had, like, it was like in the 80s and it was Slasher or something like that. I may go and try to watch it again, but honestly, I don't usually finish them because they're just, after a while, it's just like, it just gets too weird for me. And I love weird stuff. It was just like over the top with some of them. Some seasons are, but Freak Show's my favorite, mainly because of Twisty. And you know, I also liked Edward Mordrake and in that one as well. And there was another character. And Salazar, I don't think he's gonna last. Old Salazar, he wasn't supposed to be in the original list actually. And there goes the Night King from Game of Thrones. He's been eliminated. You got Jason versus Michael Myers here. That's a cool. Ugh. Oh man, Leatherface just got pwned. And Negan's 22. Negan could be an anti-hero in certain situations, but this is younger Negan, so he's gonna be count as a villain. And honestly, when it comes to anti-hero Negan, I feel like it doesn't matter how many good things Negan does in the future or his character does in the future. He can never be a hero. He just can't. I mean, it's over for being. There's no redeeming him, no matter what he does. But he could save 1,000 people, and like for the fact that he beat people with a ball bat, and most of the time just to get a point across, not even because in self-defense or because they wronged him. It's just to get a point across. It's like, but he has become an anti-hero now. But I don't think he could ever be a hero. But I do like the character a lot. And Kreese is 23. From Cobra Kai. And from Karate Kid. Definitely the leader of Cobra Kai. And now there goes Negan. Jason eliminates Negan. Great villain though. Kreese is a great villain. I don't know if they could ever redeem him, but yeah. Jason, man, continues his wrath, throwing anyone out he can. And Homelander is 24. 24 is Homelander. Homelander is another great villain. Like I said, I like all of these. These are all my favorites, with the exceptions of Madman Mars, which I like him too, and Salazar I threw in here. And I forget who the other guy was. And Gus Fring is 25. From Breaking Bad. Some people call him the Chicken Man because he owns fast food restaurants. I mean, he's a great villain. There's people in Breaking Bad, like for all you all that haven't seen it, I'm not going to give anything away, but there's a group of people in Breaking Bad that you just despise, that you can't stand, but Gus is one of the villains that, his operation, how he runs his criminal activities, you could, whether you like him or not, you got to admit how he does things is smart, and you never expect him. He's involved in the community. He helps people. He comes off as a nice guy that owns a bunch of fast food restaurant chains, but he's just behind closed doors is a whole different human being. And he's only ruthless when he has to be. But when he is ruthless, oh my goodness. So, yeah, he is the best villain of Breaking Bad, without a doubt. But there is some villains in Breaking Bad that I can't stand, that are just pure evil. But if I had to choose one that I liked, it would be Gus. And apologies for the slurs. And Thanos is 27. Oh, goodness. So he wins. Cad Bane here as well. He was one that kind of made the list last. Because I had him on here, so I think he was one of the ones I replaced. But he's an awesome villain. He just didn't have a lot of screen time. Very cool looking villain. Is he going to eliminate Jason? There goes Art the Clown. Yeah, you're not eliminating Jason. That's a whole... Oh, yeah, look how Jason just got... Cad Bane looked at him like, oh, my goodness. Someone put a bounty on Mr. Voorhees. And Thanos going after Twisty here. Uh-oh, Gus. Gus needs to go for a charge. He's not going to... Yeah. Davy Jones is 28. So Davy Jones at number 28. Oh my goodness, Gus just totally botched it. Gus trying to get rid of Leatherface. I think you guys are about to meet a villain you've never heard of. There's one guy in here that I've never had in here for sure. I think Cad Bane's call is in the slow motion. They need to get rid of him. Oh, actually, this is not the one I was talking about, but this one's kind of new. It's Merrick Ishtar from Yu-Gi-Oh! So Merrick is here. One of my favorite villains of all time. I put him in my top 10, probably. Growing up, watching Yu-Gi-Oh! There goes Cad Bane. Thank you, Gus. I think it's going to start picking up once he goes back to the locker room. I think ever since he's been in it, it's kind of gotten slower. In certain characters, I feel like calls it. Number 30 is going to be a new character, though. You guys have never seen. Merrick's never been on here either, though. Oh, look. It's back to speed. I wonder why. Awesome Cad Bane, though. Great creation. And it's just a wonderful creation. And Gus and Leatherface working together, why not? Oh man, they dropped the Mad Titan, and number 30 is going to be someone that has never been on here before. And I'll explain this character because he's actually a really good character. You know the actor more than the character, but it's Stringer Bell from The Wire. I was glad to see this character. Played by Idris Elba. Of course, you guys know him. Basically, The Wire is about the relationships, basically Baltimore cops and Baltimore drug dealers. That's what the whole show's about. And Stringer Bell is basically the second in charge in one point in the show, and he's definitely like the planner, and he has a major role, even though he's not the number one guy in charge. He's considered like the queen on the chessboard, where the king doesn't do a lot, but the queen does everything. So Stringer Bell is the queen on the chessboard when it comes to the whole distribution of what they're all doing and stuff. But his character also goes to college and learns economics, so he can better his crew's criminal activity. I mean, he's a great character. He's a great character, and his arc is crazy. So, his character arc in the show. And of course, Idris Elba, one of my favorite actors. So it's down to these guys. Only one can win. Who's going to be the best villain? I'm kind of hoping Leatherface gets it. Yep, there goes Leather. I like Leatherface, but the scan didn't show. It wasn't bad though. It could have been worse. Like when I tried to put Lord Zed on here, it was just basically a guy with red skin. That's all it was. And a helmet. I still don't think they're going to take out Thanos unless Jason does it. Stringer Bell versus Gus. That's a good matchup. Both are in the same. Both are in the drug business. Oh, and Stringer Bell beats Gus. I'd probably put Stringer. I don't know. I like them both equally, I'd probably say. So overall, we only had like 3 new faces, I think. Merrick, Stringer Bell, and thought I had somebody else in here new. Homelander's been eliminated. It's going to come down to Jason and Thanos, I think. Well, maybe not. Jason could take out Thanos. He's the only one that could really do it. Easily. Oh no, Jason. Oh man, almost got eliminated by Davy Jones. So close. We're down to 5. Oh my goodness, Davy Jones is going after Thanos. Not gonna beat him. Well, we'll see. Yeah, I don't think he can beat him that way. Wow. Everybody's going after Thanos and Jason. And those two are the 2 that are the biggest threat left. Uh-oh. Look at Thanos just threw Merrick. Uh-oh. Merrick could be in trouble. And Thanos eliminates Merrick. So we're down to 4. And Thanos eliminates Davy Jones. So Davy Jones has been eliminated. We are down to 3 now. And I think it's going to come down to Jason and Thanos. Or maybe not. We'll see. Oh, man, I thought he was going to go for it. Here comes Stringer. Ooh, a stunner from Stringer Bell. Because Stringer Bell, at this point, even if you're number 30, to beat these 2 would be pulling off an upset. Even at number 30. But he's definitely a goner. It's just a matter of time. Uh-oh. Oh, no way. Oh, he's going to go for... Oh, man. There's no way he's going to eliminate Jason. He's done. He can't do it. He's in big trouble between these 2. And he's in between these two. Let's see if Stringer Bell can make it. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, it's done. Uh-oh. Well, he's hanging on. And now it's really done. Look at Stringer Bell. He's fighting for his life. Oh my goodness. Ugh. Oh, no way. No way. There's no way. He's still not going to get it. You know, he's going to have to use finishers. That's the only way, and he can't get Thanos out. And another stunner. Oh, man. Or he could charge, maybe. I don't know. I wouldn't be telling Jason to bring it on. Oh, man. Look here. Yeah. And look at Thanos. Yeah. He just goes right through him. Yeah. Oh, Stringer Bell's still fighting. I don't know how he's still in it. Taking on Jason and Thanos. At least he's trying to. I mean, he's not doing too bad of a job. And another stunner. Goodness. Look at this. This is unreal. Those economic classes must have done something. Oh, yeah. Oh, look at Jason. Oh, my goodness. This has just been a crazy one, indeed. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Jason. Oh, no way. Oh, no way. Jason's got Thanos. It is down to 2 now. Down to 2. Jason is just destroying Stringer Bell right now, but the fact that Stringer Bell is in the final 2 is a miracle itself. It doesn't matter if he was number 30 to even make it this far against the 2 that he went up against, and I think Jason's got it. Oh, no. Oh, I was going to say if he reverses that. So Jason wins, and that's so realistic because Jason would win. Well, I don't know if he could beat Thanos, obviously, but, I mean, Jason is Jason. So. And Jason, you're not going to WrestleMania. WrestleMania will not happen on Friday the 13th. So, we're closing WrestleMania down on Friday the 13th. You're not going. Quit pointing at the sign. He was in it for a long time, so. But he's Jason. So, it's not a big deal. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Long one. It was a long one. I didn't expect it to be that long, but that final 3 was kind of crazy. But I'll see you all later. I hope you guys enjoyed it.